tap that answer, you get it correct, you move on. Answer all 12 right and you win or split the cash. Do not forget inviting friends to HQ using your code can score you those extra lives. You can use one per game, just not in the final round. And tonight we are giving away a more than sturdy £8,000. That is enough to earthquake-proof your home, buy a parakeet to keep Tweety company, and snag some new speakers with that earth-shaking bass. The neighbors will love you for it. But before you splash it, you've got to snatch it. Let's get to the quizzing, shall we? Here we go with Q1. In the Alice in Wonderland stories, what kind of party does the Mad Hatter have? Tea party, block party, foam party. I'm always down for an epic party. He may have been foaming at the mouth, but the Hatter was throwing a different type of party here. More fun than its American namesake. He's having a tea party. And a fun win there for 233,000 of you. Kids throw imaginary tea parties, but the Mad Hatter threw hallucinogenic ones. Q2, who is King Arthur's father? Merlin, Uther Pendragon, Robin Hood. Who's the daddy? King Arthur's daddy. He was the father of thievery, but you've missed the target completely if you went for Robin Hood here. The winner of this Who's Your Daddy contest is Uther Pendragon. You are the father. And oh my goodness, already here on Q2, 50% of our players are gone. So many of you thought Merlin, but no, he was the magician. 116,000 of you are moving forward. Uther may be Arthur's biological father. Merlin did do most of the actual fathering, though. It's shout out time, everyone. Hello to Tom WW and the crew hanging in France right now. Enjoy yourselves. Hello to Gemma Brown, who chose an excellent husband in Paul. And that's from Paul. Hi to Joshi, who just finished celebrating his birthday in Edinburgh. Paige, Toby, Liv F and Liv S are getting their exam results back next week. Fingers crossed. Hi to Dan Emery and his figurines, the Story family and their new nephew Arthur. And hello to Harvey Weed and to Ari Barkin's hardworking mum Karina, who still finds time to play with us on a daily. Good luck to all of you players. Q3, which mountain group separates Spain and France? The Dolomites, the Pyrenees, the Himalayas. Still can't believe that rough one there on Q2. Two neighbors who haven't always seen eye to eye, but which of these giants is always breaking them up, telling them both it's just not worth it? It's the Pyrenees that stands in between. 98,000 of you moving mountains here. Now, a paradise for skiers, the Pyrenees stretch from the Mediterranean Sea to the Atlantic Ocean. Q4, which 1998 #1 hit helped popularize the use of auto-tuning. Viva Forever, My Heart Will Go On, Believe. And then T-Pain came around and took it to a whole other level, didn't he? 3 huge hits from the 90s, but which one needed some help to hit those high notes, showing more faith in love than Cher's tuning? It's Believe. Who believes in life after love? 56,000 of you believing here on Q4. Other tracks had already used auto-tune, but Cher's global chart topper made it into a stylistic choice. Q5, the female first name Peggy is a diminutive of which name? Pamela, Margaret, Penelope. Oh, Peggy Sue, if you knew. Hopefully you do know. Peggy Mitchell dominated EastEnders for over 2 decades, but which of these names was on her birth certificate? Peggy starts with a P, so of course it's Margaret. Surprise, surprise. Not that much of a surprise for 40,000 of you, actually. 40,219 of you knew that one. Margaret was shortened to Meggie in the Middle Ages, which got warped over time into Peggy. Q6, what type of animal was Lady, one of the few to survive the sinking of the Titanic? Dog, cat, parrot. She had that lady luck. There was definitely enough room for Leo, but which of these pets was hogging all the space? Lady by name, wolf by nature. She was a dog. And that one wasn't too rough for 21,022 of you. Few pets survived the 3-hour and 15-minute long film, but Margaret Hayes' Fancy Pomeranian was one of them. Q7, the halfway mark, let's do it. Which country is the world's leading consumer of Prosecco? USA, UK, France. Had a couple of glasses myself last night. Maybe one too many. The Italians keep producing it, but who keeps on consuming it? Proud of it now, just not in the morning. It simply had to be us, didn't it? It's the UK. 15,043 of you Prosecco lovers knew that one. Now, we drank 1/3 of the world's Prosecco last year. We really are a hot mess. Q8. In which month of the year did the Queen and Prince Philip get married? November, April, June. Got joined in matrimony a long, long time ago. Their grandson tied the knot last month, but when did we all go royal wedding crazy in the 40s? Slipping the rings over gloves. It took place in November. 4,332 of you got that one correct. And I'm going to go with a savage question here on Q8 because we lost over 10,000 of you. The ceremony sent a shiver down our collective spine, but that was probably just the winter weather. Q9, which of these business leaders is most closely associated with a pirate flag? Steve Jobs, Aristotle Onassis, Richard Branson. Flying your flags high on this one. They've all buried their treasure in tax havens, but which of them flew the Jolly Roger, the Jack Sparrow of Silicon Valley? It's Steve Jobs. That's who. And another savage one. Here on Q9, this is a tough game tonight. Congrats to the 916 of you who are still riding with us. Now, he once said it's better to be a pirate than join the Navy, and Apple has been flying the flag at celebrations ever since. Q10, which of the following was an inspiration for the Doctor Who villain Davros, General Zod, the Meekin, the Joker? He was kind of scary. Davros with his rubber head. 3 camp comic villains who have gotten far scarier over the years. But who was a muse for the Dalek Daddy, the arch nemesis of Dan Dare? The Meekin for the win. 429 of you exterminating that one. The Meekin may have had a giant green bobblehead, but at least he wasn't defeated by stairs. Davros. Q11. According to the OED, which of these verbs has the most definitions? Set, put, take. The Oxford English Dictionary. There are many ways to take the word take, but it's not taking you through here. With over 430 separate meanings and sticking with all of them, it's set. Who's set on this one? 475 of you are. On your marks, get set, because we're sprinting into the final round with 475 players left in the game. A whopping £8,000 up for grabs. Good luck to each and every one of you. Q12. Which of these is not in the top 10 most common surnames in Scotland? Ross, Anderson, Brown. If you're Scottish, you should have the leg up on this one. Smith and Wilson have ruled the roost for over 40 years, but which of these surnames is down in 18th place? Brown has been on the podium plenty of times, but is it still up there? Famous for following Bob, Diana, and Jonathan. It is Ross for the win tonight, and we have 161 winners, my lovelies. Massive congratulations to our 161 winners. It was a tough game tonight, and you are taking home £49 and 69p. We've got Padster 1976. I mean, look, he's shocked himself that he won. We've got Dawson Nickus looking like a little canine right there. We've got, who else? N-Cover Lero and a bunch of other winners as well. What are you going to do with the cash? You could host your own mad tea party, maybe record an auto-tune track. There's an app for that. Celebrate with some Prosecco. I highly recommend that one. There's a lot you can do with the cash. Another spectacular game down HQTs. You came, you played, and you slayed. I'm Sharon Carpenter. You can find me on the socials in the usual place right here. Come say hello. Let me know how you did tonight, okay? We've got more cash coming to you tomorrow. We'll be back at 3 p.m. for another chance for you to get your mitts on £1,000. Until then, winners enjoy your earnings, players enjoy your learnings. See you soon. Bye.